Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good afternoon. Just wanted to come back on here again. Just felt led to come back on here again today. Was having a conversation with my mom, and it's something I've been planning to do for a while, but I think the timing is perfect right now. The timing is perfect for this. Let a few more people get on here, but I wanted to get back on here today and have a conversation with everybody. And I wanted to have a quick conversation about a real conversation about the difference between harassment and accountability, because there seems to be an issue of lack of understanding with that. And I wanted to come on. Not only I want to come on, I want to have that conversation and be candid about it and be transparent about it. Why? Because I've seen an increase in comments and things being said based off of the consistency in which I'm holding a certain individual or individuals accountable for doing their jobs, right? But I want to clearly articulate the difference. There's a major difference. There's a major difference. And it seems as if there's a lack of understanding from many people in the community on what accountability looks like, on what that looks like. And right when I got off, I was eating. My mom brought me something to eat. And I was eating, and as I was consuming my lunch, right, I've been planning to do this, and I just felt led that this is a perfect opportunity to have this conversation out in the open so everybody can see it. Because I think it's important so people to fully understand the difference between what is harassment and what is accountability. As we sitting, I'm gonna pull some things up. You know me, I like to go to credible sources, so it's not just something, but somebody thinking that it's just me, right? But there's a major difference between harassment and accountability. Now let me go to my spot, right? The difference. And I'm doing this one right now on ChatGPT, but I'm going to show you guys the difference, a real live example. And once everybody hear this and hear it verbatim, you guys will have a better understanding of why I'm so quote unquote motivated to do what I do. And I'm doing this, got my mom right here with me. But yeah, there seems to be a lot of people who lack understanding, who lack the understanding. And I'm just telling y'all, and I'm finna, let me see, harassment and accountability. Yeah, I spelled that right. Let's see. All right, let me see where that goes. Now, but, and I'm gonna start off with, some technical terms, right? Because there's some people that just don't understand. And cognitive dissonance go into that. I shared a post yesterday, and that post talks about, let me see. I shared a post yesterday, and that post talked about, I'm going to go to the word. That post talked about pluralistic ignorance. Pluralistic ignorance. And pluralistic ignorance means when many people secretly feel the same way, but each thinks that they are the only one, right? But cognitive dissonance is, when somebody is presented with truth or facts that goes against a belief system, and they have a disturbance, a mental disturbance with it, would cause them to just disregard what they know to be factual and true. But let's go here. The difference between harassment and accountability mainly comes down to purpose, behavior, and context. I already shared something on this before, but I wanted to come back and revisit this, right? Accountability. Accountability means holding someone responsible for their actions, decisions, or performance in a fair, legitimate, and constructive way. Key characteristics. Focus on specific actions or decisions done through appropriate channels, supervisors, ethics boards, legal processes, voters, etc. Aim to correct behavior or enforce standards, usually fact-based and proportional. Example, a county commission asking a department head to explain budget overruns at a public meeting or requesting documentation. Now that goes down to harassment. Harassment involves repeated, unwanted behavior meant to intimidate, pressure, or distress someone, right? Often without legitimate oversight purpose, right? Persistent and excessive conduct, often personal attack or intimidation. Many involve threats, humiliation, or targeting, not aimed to solve a problem, but punishing or bothering the person. Example, repeatedly contacting an official at home with insults or threats unrelated to legitimate government inquiries. The line between them, right? Sometimes the actions can be accountable or harassment depending on how it's done, right? Accountability, ask for explanation or documents. Repeatedly badgering or threats, that's harassment. Accountability, focus on actions or policy. Harassment, attacks the person. Accountability, uses official or appropriate channels. Harassment, uses intimidation or personal targeting. Accountability, goal, transparency and correction. Harassment, goal, pressure, embarrassment, and distress. Boy, I love that. You know why I love that? Because let me go back to this. Go back to my page. And the other day, yesterday, I shared a post and there was a comment made. And this comment kind of sparked my, it kind of brought some things back to what I had already planned to do. But I made this post. Now, look, this is a post I made yesterday. Now, this is Albert outside of Albert Turner Enterprises in the Perry County Commission government vehicle, right? The Alabama law clearly states that he cannot do that. You can't have your government vehicle used for personal use, but he repeatedly do it, right? And I said, I guess he continues to think the rules or laws don't apply to him. I got to correct that. I said the community is vigilant and continues to report pictures of Albert Turner repeatedly violating Alabama ethics laws by driving the county vehicle to his own private business, Albert Turner Enterprises. The Perry County Commission is a part-time elected position and does not have a government vehicle for use outside of official business, right? Outside official business, right? And this is clear, right? You can clearly see it. The same way you can clearly see him, this picture right here. Not that one. Let me go to the other one. You can clearly see this was at the day before. This was at the Centerville Walmart where he's in the same vehicle. And I got other pictures where him driving it. So, but this right here is what I want to get to. This right here is what I want to get to. So he said, Montreal Daniel said, so you just follow this man everywhere he goes taking pictures of him. That's scary. Isn't this harassment? And this right here was my reply. I said, it is obvious you lack the full context and understanding to deal with this matter. I have never personally taken a picture of Albert Fitzgerald Turner, Chairman Albert Fitzgerald Turner, in his government vehicle at an unauthorized location. The community will hold him accountable for breaking the law. Accountability may feel like harassment if you aren't used to it, but it is easily stopped if he stops breaking the law. Remember, it is important to gain and have a full understanding of what's going on before making an assumption based off emotions and not factual information, right? Proverbs 4:7 said, wisdom is the principal things. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all things, in all thy getting, get understanding. Now, I want to show you guys, I just articulated what the difference was harassment between accountability and harassment. I've never taken a picture. The community see Albert out doing wrong, and they send me pictures and I post them. That's not stalking. Nobody, and it's funny, the people that saying it, they said, man, this man is doing the wrong thing. And I like another comment that I saw earlier. Shout out to DeAndre Lee, Lene, said, The ones on here that don't want him to be held accountable are the ones complaining about Trump. Why not make the man that is closer to you and has more of an impact on you locally do the right thing, do right by you? That's all I'm talking about. See, people thinking that it's personal and nobody's addressing his behavior. He's repeatedly breaking the law. Park that darn vehicle. If you're going to drive your own personal vehicle. But you know why he don't drive his personal vehicle? Because he drive that car home and he drive it as if it's his own personal vehicle. In a made-up fairy tale position as chairman, when he only have the same equal rights that the rest of the chairman have. Commissioners. Right? But I will tell you this. Y'all want to know what an example? Y'all want to know an example of harassment is? This right here is it. This is, y'all see this right here, right? It was the 21st of January, sent to Robert Shepard Jr., an anonymous letter. An anonymous letter was sent to here. Because it was sent to here. That was sent to me. Supposedly. Allegedly. Sent to me. And I'm going to read it. So y'all can hear it. I'm going to read every word, Mama. I'm going to read every word. See, folks sent an anonymous letter to me because I'm raising awareness. And I want y'all to see this letter right here. And I'm going to read it so y'all can hear it. That this was sent in an attempt to intimidate me. In an attempt thinking that it was going to shut me up for holding these people accountable. Now, I ain't saying Albert sent it. But somebody that supports him definitely did it. And I wonder how they got my address. Well, I don't even live here. They got my name wrong too, because I'm Robert Lovejoy Shepard, not Robert Shepard Jr. My boy. But I'm gonna read it. See, and this is the funny thing. I wonder what everybody that got something to say about me, what they gonna say now if somebody sent you this. Thinking that they can intimidate you for you sharing facts. See, if they was above board, then what would they have to be worried about? Why? I ain't got nobody sending no letters. Everything I say and I do, I stand on my own 10 toes. Stand on my own 2 feet. I say it with my chest. Right? But everybody got something to say, but I wonder what you're going to have to say about this. Say, Robert, your obsessiveness with Chairman Turner is not cute. It only shows your jealousy and envy of him. Now, that's hilarious. Hilarious. You would never be the man he is, and you would love to have his status, recognitions, and connection he has with people in important positions throughout the United States. Now, before I go on with that, where have anybody benefit from his connections and his stuff that he had? What that is? But here we go now. Now think about it. Everything that I'm reading in here, Albert Turner has said himself. But I ain't saying this Albert. But I'm saying somebody that support Albert sent an anonymous letter to me back in January trying to intimidate me. Anonymous with no return address. Coward. But let's keep going. You will never measure up no matter how many speaker systems you purchase. Now they watching me. They watching that I purchased a speaker system for the city of Uniontown. Why are you worrying about that? Watch this. Your obsessiveness is dangerously deranged and is not normal. Here we go. After your sister lost in the mayoral race, you focused for a while on the Uniontown city government, past and present. You left that alone when you came to the realization that your pastor, Philip, was a part of the past city government. So you decided to focus on Commissioner Turner, a person whom you love to be. Facts. Now, this is what I want to say this, right? I just wanted to say this. I'm reading it verbatim, but I want y'all to say this. Philip White, Pastor Philip White, has never been my pastor. He's been my mother and my sister's pastor, right? I've affiliated with Mount Zion and continue to affiliate with Mount Zion. But if you're going to say facts, if you're going to quote something, please have the facts straight, right? And when you're talking about the city government in Uniontown, I think Pastor White came out 2008, 2007. I think it was 2007 going to 2008. right? What are you talking about? Like, I just want everybody to understand that. This has nothing to do with it. This is what you want to do. But I'm going to keep reading. So he says, so you decided to focus on Commissioner Turner, a person whom you love to be. Man, whoever wrote that, throw up in your mouth and swallow it. Because I would rather be my dog Peanut. I would just tell you this, right? It is what it is. Facts. That is what your anger is all about. What am I angry about? Am I angry enough to send anonymous letters to try to intimidate anybody? Right? Hey, Miss Russell, ma'am, I would just tell you, have a blessed day. I'm not worried about Albert. What is delusional to me is the conditions that you currently live in over there in Marion, and you continue to defend this foolishness. That's delusional to me. That right there is delusional. Now, ma'am, I heard you said all of this stuff you said about me before. I don't know you. You don't know me. And I'm going to continue to be respectful. But you've said some very derogatory things about me. And the only thing I'm going to say is, ma'am, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Y'all watch this. Listen to this now. He said, the commissioner doesn't make decisions by himself, and he only has one vote. Does his influence on others irk you to the point that you start picking at your skin problems? It's getting worse. Now, who else referenced my skin problems? Who else referenced my skin problems? Y'all see this, right? Who else referenced it? It was Albert. It was Albert. Y'all see that? Then he went on to quote one of my quotes and said, it is impossible to deal with something when you choose to walk in denial of it. He said, I ain't gonna say he said, allegedly, this was your discussion on social media a few days ago. Truth is, most of your posts are your life story, and you are too dumb to realize it. Those that know facts and details about your late father know that you do the negative things you do towards Commissioner Turner because you don't know how to deal with the true legacy of your father. You use Commissioner Turner as a scapegoat, etc., to help you continue to walk in denial. You have psychological problems just like your sister Portia. The real problem is you don't know you are crazy. Commissioner Turner had nothing to do with your father losing his job as a teacher or your father being dismissed from churches that he pastored. When somebody don't know nothing, they just fabricate things. But I'm going to keep going. It's impossible for you to deal with this, so you choose to walk in denial of it and focus your anger in other direction, namely on Commissioner Turner. Commissioner Turner did not make your daddy be a pedophile. Yes, your daddy preyed on young boys that he taught and some in the churches he pastored. All lies. Just straight fabrication. But it was sent to me thinking that it was going to intimidate me. That is a fact. This is why he could not teach anymore and was dismissed from churches. Now, I want Lord Jesus, fix it. Lord Jesus, fix it. Now, I'm going to talk some facts. It was what? When Daddy left high school, teaching high school, what, 1993?
No, it was like 1990.
91, I'll say the early 90s when my daddy stopped teaching high school. My daddy went on to teach at Wallace, Concordia, Selma University, University of Alabama. My daddy also pastored church up until he died. My daddy pastored church in Marengo County, Dallas County, Greene County. Yeah. And Hale County, I'm sorry. Because in Hale County. What are you talking about? Right? And if you want to put facts out there, my daddy was voted out at Hunter Chapel because there was some discrepancies with people wanting power in the church. That's the truth. Talk to the people that go there. It had nothing to do with everything, these claims. And it's laughable when people like to fabricate and bring up stuff that they don't have nothing to talk about. But because you ain't got nothing on me, my boy, you thinking that you can come to me with some lies and rumors about my deceased father who's been dead for 13 years now. that you thought that they were going to scare me enough to be quiet? Because you say I'm jealous of you? Boy, stop. Boy, stop. He said that's why he couldn't teach anymore. Now, stop walking in denial and deal with it. You need serious counseling. Get it. Right? Then they come back and say, I would dare not let my daughter, or when my son, especially not him, becomes a senior, to apply for the legacy scholarship in your father's name. Your daddy was a pedophile, and I would not feel proud of having my children's name associated with it. Right? That was the first letter. Let's go to the second letter. Let's go to the second letter. That was dated 2 days later. 2 days later. I'm opening it up and I want y'all to see. I want y'all to see this. Y'all see this, right? This right here was got my dad's teacher's number. Got my dad's teacher number. Now, if I'm not mistaken, how can you get his teacher's number?
You have to have certain personal information.
You got to have certain personal information to get a teacher's number. Now, the last two places my daddy was employed in Perry County was the Perry County Board of Education and the district attorney's office. So I wonder how they got personal information on my father. Did Dr. Smiley get this information up for the Perry County Board of Education? Or did somebody in the illustrious District Attorney Robert Turner Jr. office give this information up? But they sent the, it's a report that says that one or more certificates or licenses for this individual, we're talking about my daddy, has been revoked. Please refer to each individual certificate of license. Now, in the state of Alabama, you have to renew your teacher certification every 5 years. If you don't, guess what happens? It get revoked. My daddy hadn't taught high school since the early 90s, between 90 and 93. Do y'all understand that? Right, but they sent this. Now, this right here, I want to read this because this right here what I get that saying my boy from. This is where I get the saying my boy from. Because at the bottom, they typed it up and said, hey, my boy. So that's why I say my boy all the time right now. Because of this alleged anonymous letter that was sent to me. So, hey, my boy, you are not the only one that can truthfully find out the lowdown on folks. Now, what lowdown have I presented? Everything I presented is public information. I ain't presented nothing low down. And please believe me. Please believe. The community is so willing to share all the dirt they got. But that's not my goal. My goal 100% has been to raise awareness. 100% has been to raise awareness. And correct behavior. Right? But let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. I ain't got nothing to hide. But I wonder why this other person couldn't share what their name was and hide behind anonymity. Because that's some cowardice stuff. That's saying the exact same things Albert said on multiple posts. Calling me Robert Shepard Jr. I'm not an Albert. I ain't like you. Allegedly. My name is Robert Lovejoy Shepard. I ain't Robert Shepard Jr., even though my daddy named Robert Shepard. I don't claim to have a junior name because that's not my name. I don't need to ride on my father's legacy. And that's what I'm saying. And my daddy been there for 13 years. And y'all see, that's like I said last night on my live, flies are drawn to manure. Right? Here you go. He said, here is some proof your dad was a pedophile and got his license revoked. You are walking up and walking around 24/7 with a dick on hard for Commissioner Turner in the same way your dad did for young boys. Only difference is you want the commissioner, but your dad wanted young boys. A church somewhere in Hare County, and I think in Selma, let your dad go for this sickening mess.
No, they did not.
That's just lies. Watch this. Since you love to research, find some elders of those churches and ask them. You don't even realize it, but it is in you too. It is embedded, and you fight it by harassing Commissioner Turner. Get you some psychiatric help quickly. All you're doing is showing your obsessiveness with the commissioner, and you wish you had his status and connection. Uniontown has its own financial issues, so focus there where you're from. Better yet, run for an office instead of just finding fault with what is wrong. Now, why y'all want me to not focus on that? Now, I'm going to say all of this. This is what's hilarious with all of this, right? If you want to talk about focusing, let's focus on why you got fired from ADECA. Let's focus on the $300,000 payment the state of Alabama had to pay. Let's focus on the pardon that you received from Governor Singleman. Let's focus on that. Let's focus on reportable information. Let's focus on that. See, this ain't no dirt. This is a facts. This is what happens. Right? Let's focus on why is a lot of this stuff buried now. Right? Let's focus on that. Let's focus on the repeated tickets that you have that Governor Singleton got caught up in about tickets that was allegedly received. Do y'all understand this? Now, y'all want to talk about harassment? Because I'm holding this man accountable after all of this stuff come to me and I still don't attack him personally? Because it ain't about the personal thing. It's about holding these people accountable. You know what's funny? You don't hear nobody wrote me no letters about what I talk about Dexter. You ain't hear no letters from people when I talked about Bobby Singleton. You ain't hear no letters from people that I talked about Uniontown, Ron Miller. When I talked about Jamal Hunter. When I said Uniontown got $30 million over from 2008 to 2023. Yeah, you see that? You see how selective people are. Because Albert don't like accountability. He can't stand it. He's a coward. He's a coward that always wanted to enlist other people to do his dirty work. But it ain't working. You thought this was going to scare me and keep me quiet. Boy, stop. Lies don't. I stand with truth. I stand with the truth. And y'all know what happened? I ain't getting no more letters after I came out live and I talked about it out in the open. That he realized that it wasn't going to intimidate me. Them letters stopped. I wonder why. I wonder why. Y'all see that? And I just want people to see this. What is me? And this is the whole question with this. Me asking questions about things you said with your words, and I'm asking you for proof to show it. How is that having a dick on hard or harassing somebody? Explain that to me. Because what I'm trying to understand is why all these sexual references by people in Perry County. Like I'm just saying, and this is the thing. Perry County has been a laughingstock for years outside of Perry County. And the issue is Albert can't shut me up. He can't find nothing to try to use over me. And it's driving this man insane. It's driving him insane. And he's too much of a coward to admit it. So he got to go and list other people. And look at everybody. I want everybody to pay attention. All these people that support him, they all said the same thing. That I'm crazy. Something mentally wrong with me. Y'all hear that? Y'all know Albert said something about my skin problems. Y'all, that what Albert said. And I will say this, Albert. I have yet to say anything personal about you and your medical situations. And what if I begin to talk about medical situations with people that are in your family, your close family members? How would you think that would go over? But see, I ain't low down and nasty and a snake like that. Because I have integrity and I was raised right. But you know what, Albert? All of your tactics and everything. You remember I told you before, my boy. Like what they said on Color Purple. Everything you did is already done back to you. And it's coming twofold. And you know it's coming. You know it. You see the writing on the wall. You see it and you scared as H-E double hockey stick. You want me to spell it out? You scared as hell. And you can try to act like you ain't, boy, you scared as I don't know what. Now, I got these letters. I got these letters that went through Montgomery. So either they were sent from Marion or Selma.
Harassment by mail is a federal thing.
And hold on. Let me look this up. See, since everybody want to talk about me harassing, right? Let me go to this. Let me go to this. Right? And trying to pull them goddamn civil rights era tactics. Boy, stop. Now y'all wonder why I go hard in the paint. Huh? See, sometimes it's just good to leave a monster sleeping. Y'all watch this. Watch this. And then look at what the law said. Is harassment by mail a federal crime? Yes. Harassment by mail can be a federal crime under certain circumstances in the United States. Right? A federal law makes it illegal to send communications through the U.S. Postal Center that contains, watch this, communication intended to threaten or intimidate. Penalties can be fined and prison sentences that can reach up to 20 years, depending on the type of threat. So whoever sent these that is connected to Albert committed a federal crime. You know what a federal crime is? A felony. A felony. It's a felony. So like when y'all see me do what I do, that's why I stand on 10 toes. See, it is so amazing that everybody want to claim harassment, but why have I never been hit with a defamation lawsuit? You know why? You can't defame nobody when you're using their words. And every single thing that I post, it is structured in a way that you ask question leading to a solution. And it's just sad, man, that we got people so ignorant that they can't even see nobody's saying something wrong. They just thinking that Polar Albert. No, Poe Perry County. I'm just telling you. That's what it is. Man, my dad have been dead since what? July 28th?
July 28th, 2013.
July 28th, 2013. July 28th, 2013. And this man still talk about my daddy. Now watch this. The only thing he's saying, I'm crazy. He ain't never, watch this. Nobody in that letter said I lied. They didn't say I lied. He just said I'm crazy. You know why? Because he's a pitiful excuse of a man who's too much of a coward to say it to my face. You know why he won't say it to my face? That's what cowards do. They throw rocks and hide their hands and try to hide behind the community that he feel like don't defend him because he give them little crumbs and handouts. At the end of the day, we know the truth. The truth is you scared. The truth is you scared as hell. The truth is that money that you used to get, them folks ain't donating to you no more, my boy. Them folks are not donating to you. Oh, let's go to it. Oh, yes, sir, since we here. Yeah, buddy. See, Albert, like I said, you need to go listen to my song, I Got Time Today. Because in that song, I said, the beast inside is sleep. and you done just got done woke them up. And then now you can't stand the pressure. But listen, let's go to it. Let's look at some things. Right, we're going to the, excuse me, class, as we go on to the next adventure. The next adventure would include financial records on the Alabama Secretary of State page, campaign page, right? Here we go. Alabama Secretary of State campaign financial reports. Look, we're going to look at some stuff. Because see, this is where that stuff get good at right now. See, this, when you retired, you ain't got nothing else to do. This type of stuff you do. And then you come out and then you show the community that, so the community can kind of see how people think that they slick and they smarter than the community. But when you keep the community informed and engaged and informed community is a powerful force of nature. Right? But here you go. I'm going to the Alabama, I Google Alabama Secretary of State campaign finance report. And you go here. Now, during election years, they have to submit monthly reports. So you come down here, you come to the first one. They say, click here to begin filing electronically. You click on that. Then the next page is going to pop up. Now you go here. Once this page pop up, you go to Principal Campaign Committee Search. Now it's about to get real good now. Y'all may want to get y'all popcorn on this. Y'all may want to get y'all popcorn. Now you go down here, you can search. I'm going to do Turner. Last name, first name, Albert. You can do Party all you want to, but the only one, you know. Once you search, as you see, Albert Turner, County Commission, you click on it. Once you click on this, this pops up. Now, I want you guys, what you do is you scroll down. Once you scroll down, you see these are the monthly reports, right? So these are the monthly reports. He reported December, January, and then you're going into February. I want to show you guys something. I'm going to December report. You scroll all the way down. You say he began with $58.34. You scroll all the way down, and then you say view file report. Once you click on view file report, it's going to download. Once it downloads, it's going to give you a PDF. Now, y'all know the internet's slow here. But once that downloads, I'm going to show you guys something. And while we wait for that download, they have to submit this every month. All right, so anything dealing with their campaign finances, they have to submit. And this is how you find it. So going through these is how I was able to find that Bobby Singleton paid Albert $125,000 for consulting from 2018 to 2025, right? Using this is how that information was able to be found. But now I'm going to show you something. All right, they said it's downloaded. Now, I want y'all to look. This is the summary form 1. Y'all see? Y'all look now. I want everybody to understand this. Why y'all watching? Why don't he have Albert Turner Jr. on there? Why does he have Albert Fitzgerald Turner Sr. on there? Because when you filing these, you got to use your government name. I just want y'all to see that, right? Now y'all see it says beginning balance with $58. He had $4,800 given in, and he had some other in-kind. So you go to here, and this right here tells you everybody that donated to him. These are the people. You got Alabama Work Pack. Y'all look at that Grant Management. Grant Management is the grant company that Albert gets all the grants to go to, right? He said a business gave them $500. Karen Lamar gave him $2,000. Right? And you see all these people, right? That he said, this is what he said. These are the people that he said individuals donated to him. Then he said, in kind said the Perry County Civil League gave him $1,000. Right? Then you go to, it said receipts from other sources, from loan. He said, Albert said he gave what, 35 sources individual, 3,500. You scroll down. Now these expenditures, as you see, Kim F. Cosby Walters for advertising for $1,000. And y'all can see Studio 205, Studio 205. And I guess those are for like the signs, right? I'm sorry. So y'all can see the amounts over here, right? So y'all, I just want y'all to see that. And I want y'all to see that for that one. That was from December. But your boy, I'm going back to January, and I'm finna show y'all something. Let me scroll down. Once it's download, and I just wanted to show people so you guys can go and look at it, right? Y'all can look at it, and y'all see, first of all, why would a man lie about his name? And that wouldn't lie about other stuff. Just think about it. In the court thing, he's Albert Fitzgerald Turner Sr. Everywhere else, Albert Turner Jr. It's some delusion. That's delusional. And I want to say this. Ms. Moore, I appreciate this. Think about this. Everything that's named Albert Turner Sr., was his daddy a senior? That's just like me naming something Robert Shepard Sr. when my daddy wasn't a senior, but my son is a junior. Who is it actually named after? Think about that. Now let's go to December. I'm going to download it. Let's download it. Let's look at it. What they say? Let's look at it. All right. So this is Albert Fitzgerald Turner Sr. This is for January. Now, I want to go here. Now, these are the people that he said donated. John Porter gave $500. He said Leslie Ford Turner gave $1,000. Then he said Zonda Easley gave $1,500. Then he said Evelyn Turner gave $1,200. Right? Now you go here. They paid Albert Turner Enterprises $750 for rent of his own business that he owned. Y'all see that? The same business that he owned, that he is running campaign operations from, he is paying himself rent from his campaign funds. Yeah. Let me keep going. Now, these are all of the expenditures for that month. Now, this is what I said. I'm going to tell you right now, Albert, I think this is one of the atrocities that you've ever done. Albert, Miss Valeda Page Banks, out of Greensboro. I think you were the MC of her love program that she had at Greenleaf Baptist Church. And you gave her $100 from your campaign fund. You couldn't give her $100 from your own money? But hey, that's a whole nother story. But this shows who he all paid, right? He gave charitable contributions to New Fellowship Baptist Church. You giving money to churches from your campaign fund. Perry County Civic League, loan repayment. You gave them $200 from the Perry County Civic League that you the president of. Man, what the heck? What they said? What the hell? What the helly? Right? Got it? You see where the payments and stuff at? And then you see some more expenditures. But look, this was the one I wanted to get to. I wanted to get to this past month, the February one. And y'all stay with me. So we gonna go on the journey. So we going to the February one that's posted. I'm gonna let that download. We're going to the February one that's posted. Now, here you go. This the February one, right? As y'all see, February 2026. Let's go to those people that's contributed. So now it's starting to dry up over here. Now you got Miss Evelyn Turner donating $2,500 less than a month after she'd already donated, I think, 12 or 15. Perry County Civic League, you said that they donated $5,000. Okay. And then you said Eldridge Marcus donated $1,500. So this month you got $9,000 donated to you. Oh, okay. So you say. Right? Then you got an in-kind contribution again for Perry County Civic League. So Perry County Civic League is booing your campaign. Now, you got PLT, Joshua Raby for administration, and then you got Barrel Crow gas station that you paying transportation $300 for. I don't know what that's for, but that's your expenses. Now, this is what I wanted to go back to. Oh yeah, I know Miss Evelyn Turner is Albert's mother, but I just want y'all to see something real quick. Cause let me go to Mr. Bobby Singleton. Let's take a look at Mr. Bobby Singleton, because some things seems a little different. Now y'all know, last month. Now your boy exposed that, from 2018 to 2025, Bobby has been paying Albert for consultant fees, right? For political consulting to the Emerson Company. And I just looked at it this week and I just said, let me go see if he's still paying him for consultant fees. And when I went and we got Bobby, as y'all see, Bobby D. Singleton, February 2026. If y'all look, right, these are all of the donations that Bobby has gotten. You see, he got $15,000 from Progress Pack. Now, Bobby got a lot of money now. You see, Bobby started at $508,978. But here, this was, you see, you got Costco twice, AT&T, and you got Smart LLC. Smart LLC for consulting and polling. Now, that's the same company. I'm sorry, that's the same thing he used to get Albert to do from Emerson Company for $2,500. Now, my question is, hold on. Let me go to it. Now, only thing I'm saying is it coincidental that Evelyn Turner, who is Albert's mother, who donated $1,200 last month, is donating the same $2,500 amount this month? Now, Smart LLC. Let's go to the state page. Alabama Secretary of State. Let's go to the Alabama Secretary of State business search. And you can search business entities. All right. When I go down here, I go search it, search entity by name. Now, this is the other thing. Let's go to this form. Y'all see this? Smart LLC. 330, hold on, let me see, 3057 Cantaloupe Loop. Okay, let me type that in. 3057 Cantaloupe. All right, 3057 Cantaloupe Loop, Montgomery. And I'm going to go to realtor.com because that's what popped up. Now, I just want y'all to stay with me. Process, blah, 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 blah. This is what pops up as the address to the consultant. This trailer right here. That's what pops up. Now, let me go back to, come on, Secretary of State. Let's see what you got. Let me see what you're working with. Entity search, name search. But this what pops up. I just want y'all to see that. Right? I'm not saying that this isn't it, but that was the address that they used for Smart LLC. Now, it was the same amount as $2,500. Now, I'm just curious if this actually went to it. Now, I have issues with pulling it up, but Smart LLC, I will share that information. But y'all see what I'm saying? Is this a different way that they trying to hide how money is going because they know people watching? Is that it? Or is that legit? Because that was the address that they put on it. Like the same one he did with Albert before that he said Emerson Company. But when I put the address on, it goes to Albert Turner Enterprises. Right? And I'm just saying, y'all, I mean, this been going on for years. So now I'm curious if Bobby stopped giving Emerson Company money and he's going to other companies that has addresses that goes to single family home trailers for legit businesses, for consulting businesses, then it raises the question, what's the legitimacy of it? Is there something being hidden by it? Do y'all understand what I'm saying now? And it's all public information. And they just upset because somebody getting it and can pull it together. I'm just telling you, like the thing that screamed before was, I'm giving you money from my campaign for a service for you to have a legitimate business so you can allegedly wash it off for me, clean it up. But why, and this is what I want to understand, Bobby. If Albert was your go-to person for consulting, for political consulting, and you did it up until I shared the video to 2025, because you did it, you donated to him from your campaign up to September, the last runoff election in Perry County, in September 2025, where in that month you gave $10,000, then why now go to somebody else for consulting fees? For consulting. Why not go back to Emerson? Y'all got a long established history. Is this way you trying to hide it? Now, my other thing is, when you bring in the question, is Miss Evelyn Turner donating $3,700 in a 2-month period to her son's campaign? She may be, but it just makes you raise questions. And then Perry County Civic League, where's Perry County Civic League getting their money from when we know that a lot of people ain't donating? And they're a nonprofit organization, and that nonprofit organization, who says that they don't make over $50,000 a year, so they are not required to file a 199. So we just pay attention. They got to file those records. They just didn't want nobody to pay attention to them. And every month you can do you can go back to the yearly ones, but when there's an election year, they got to file it monthly. And they got to file it at the end of the month. And I'm curious to see who's donating, where the money coming from. That's why you can go and you can look. You go back to Bobby Singleton. That's why Bobby Singleton, I talked about them earlier on my live, Bobby Singleton, Prince Chestnut, and Robert Stewart all got money from the Alabama Power Pack. So they took money from Alabama Power, and Bobby and Robert Stewart are two of the co-sponsors to Alabama Senate Bill 360, which is going to screw the people that they represent. And you know what's sad from that? Bobby Singleton represents the Sumter County, which is the poorest county in the state of Alabama in District 24. Robert Stewart represents the second poorest county, which is Perry County in District 23. And both of them are co-sponsors to a bill that's going to negatively financially impact both of those counties and the area where all of the areas where they represent. So when your light bill goes up, when we are paying an astronomical amount of light bills, and we're paying on average $500 to $800 on light bills, and they talking about freezing it to 2029, You just have your state senators to thank for it, because they're not fighting on your behalf. They're fighting on the best interests of the companies that gave them money for their campaigns. But man, you guys have a great and wonderful day. And I wanted to come on here to show the difference between what harassment is and what accountability is, because a lot of people don't know. I showed you these anonymous letters that they sent in attempt to harass, to intimidate, of people who supported Albert. Spreading it, man, y'all that junk funny. It's funny. I laugh at it because it was a coward attempt. A cowardice attempt to think that somebody gonna be quiet. Man, y'all go kick rocks with that. And you know what? The more you do, the more the community see. The more the community see, the more the community is engaged. The more the community is engaged, the more you got to do your goddamn job. And you're gonna have to do it moving forward. That's to each and every elected official in this area. The community is waking up. They're not remaining silent. They're going to be engaged, and they're going to hold your feet to the fire. So you might as well do your job, because the people aren't taking no for answers. Accountability and transparency are no longer optional. It's not. So whatever you got to do to get right, you need to get right. And I would just tell you, man, like at the end of the day, Travis, you right, bro. I've served 31 months in combat. I went on missions where my booty hole was tight because I didn't know if I was coming home. I've taken fire. I've had to fire at certain vehicles. I've had to do certain things, right, to keep myself alive. You think I'm coming home and think an elected official who don't even know, can't even sniff a selfless service going to intimidate me with some 1965 tactics because they're afraid and they're too cowardice to stand up and be a man to do the job that they was already elected to do? You think some words going to stop me? You think you spreading rumors and lies about my deceased father going to just make me be quiet? Bro, I just went hard in the paint. You just made it worse on yourself. Yeah, you know, I got a Trump card. I get it address and we send the address. That man gonna be scared. He gonna be scared. He gonna be scared of that. No, I ain't scared. You the one scared. So let me tell you what scared look like, right? Let's tell you what scared look like. Scared look like when somebody's in your presence and you looking down at the floor and can't look them in the eyes like you did when I was in the chairman office. That's what scared looked like. This ain't no threat. I'm being a grown man about this. I'm being respectful and I'm walking in integrity with this. You the one taking the low blow. And guess what? The community sees it. Community sees it. And at the end of the day, I want the community to know this. At the end of the day, I want the community to know this. If everything is above board, why should anybody be intimidated to speak up and speak the truth? Just think about that. Just seriously think about that. I'm just seriously think about that. If everything was above board and done according to the law, then why are people scared to speak up? And that's a conversation that you need to think about. Man, you guys have a blessed and wonderful day. Yeah, I came back on here because I saw that comment and I said I was going to read it anyway, but I felt necessary to read it today so y'all can hear exactly what it said. And everything y'all heard in here, who else said it before? The alleged people that was paid by Albert or associated with Albert, they've been the ones repeating it, but Albert is the one saying it. Albert's been the only one that said something about my medical condition. Hey, Albert, when I come get my disability tags next week, right, when I come down and get my disability tags, I wonder if you're going to have something to say. I wonder if you're going to have something to say then. And for the people that are upset at the community taking pictures of Albert using that county vehicle in an unauthorized manner, reach out to Albert, tell them to stop doing it. Because the community ain't stopping. If they send me the picture, I'm posting them. I'm posting them. ASAP. ASAP. And when that was sent to me yesterday, they said, man, this man don't learn. He did be back at it again. Because he does it because he feel like he can get away with it. But every single time it's a violation for ethics complaint. And that's another ethics complaint that's going in on him. I'm telling y'all, the walls are crumbling down. And they coming down. And he knows it. Hey, if I lied, please let me know that I lied. Provide me with credible information. And I will gladly come back on here as loud as I was before. Right? And let the people know that I misspoke. Other thing is, go to, and I'm going to show it so as we hear. But, hey, look. Y'all saw me when I put in that 3057 Cantaloupe Loop. This right here was popped up. So, Bobby, we got to do better than that, my boy. We got to do better than that. As YouTube popping up, I'm going to show y'all the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys go and subscribe. Educate to Elevate 334. And here you go. Educate to Elevate 334 right here. And as you see, we got 79 videos. I got more to upload. But all of these videos, like I said, you got the county commission meeting. That's part 1, part 2. We have all of these, right? And some more things. I'm going to upload some of those videos about the roads, conditions of the road. We're going to upload a lot more. But this is, look, these are things that we have as a video repository. Why? Because they go out after 30 days, they get deleted on Facebook, and just making sure that people can go back and have evidence. Because that's the way we're going to get change. I'm telling y'all, it's coming sooner than what you think, but it's going to take the community to be involved. You guys have a great and wonderful day. As I continue to enjoy this retirement, as I continue to enjoy this retirement, right? We will get this addressed and change will come. Because look, these elected officials, they don't like accountability. They like you to remain quiet so they can do whatever they want so they can benefit them. You guys have a blessed day. God bless.